Hello, everybody. Welcome to your next HIT workout. I am Chi Yoga. We have 5 exercises today, and we're going to repeat the sequence 4 times through. We're doing 40 seconds high intensity, 20 seconds in between. If you want in between the sets, so after the first set of 5 exercises, before we start it again, feel free to pause the video and take about a minute break. No more than a minute though. I'm going to probably continue to go through the movement since my timer is already set for 40-20. So I'm not going to take that minute break in between. If you feel like you need a little bit more recovery time than just 20 seconds, try to wait until you get through one full set of 5 exercises, then take that minute break, and then push play and start the next set of 5 exercises. So you're kind of getting 4 rounds, same exercises, but you're getting a break between each full round. Hope that makes sense. So before we start, I am super sore. I did some weightlifting yesterday, so I'm going to do just a body weight cardio type of class. We're still going to cover everything, but just a little bit less work, a little bit more like get the heart rate and the body moving. Heart rate up, body moving. I want to start with a little bit of mobility and stretch because I'm so stiff. So let's go ahead and take our feet wide and just roll toe to heel. Start moving through the balls of the feet. Just try to spread the toes wide if you're not wearing shoes. If you are wearing shoes, you can still work with this, but it'll be a little bit more limited. And then just plant the feet down and do a few little squats. Remember, we're just doing mobility. We're starting to wake up the muscles, so we're not looking for too deep of a move. We're just getting things warmed up here. We'll hold at the bottom this time and then hinge. Add some movement right to left. You can start expanding open to a twist right to left. I'm talking, but hopefully you are focusing a little bit more on your breathing. You can't really talk and breathe so much at the same time here. And then we'll take opposite elbow. I'm going to go low because of the mic, but I'd like you to go up high across the shoulders. For the mic's sake, I'm just going to keep my arms low. And we're just adding a lift and lower to start moving through the spine. Nice fluid movements, vertebrae by vertebrae. We're controlling the movement. We're staying active in the core. And then releasing halfway through. Shimmy the arms out, let the shoulders release. Step the feet back to hips distance. Inhale, palms rise. Exhale, take it all the way down. If you can touch your toes, inhale, rise. Exhale as you sink it down. One more inhale, hold the top. Press the fingertips up towards the sky. Big heart opener. Feel the back muscles working, just lifting. Release to a 90-degree. Tuck the ribs in. Add some rotations right to left. A little bit more intense breathing here. I'm going to go inhale for 2, exhale for 2, keeping my core tight. One more. And shake out, release the body. Balance on the left foot. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot. You're bringing knees together and heel to butt. So I'm not going far back. I'm keeping the knee close and I'm just pulling the heel to my butt. Now push this hip forward a little bit. Feel a nice stretch across the hip flexors there. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So remember, we're not pushing back. We're grabbing onto the outside, outside of the foot, bringing the knees close, locking into the core, and then pushing this front hip forward. Keep the heel pulling to the butt. And then releasing. Let's take it into our downward facing dog. We'll finish with some nice long fluid movements toward our plank pose. Get the arms warmed up a little bit. And if you feel like you're ready, you can go plank, knees down, heart up for cobra, and then reverse that roll. I'm going to go for 3 big rolls through. And then instead of coming down into a cobra, I'm just going to step one foot out wide, open to a little twist here, and right back to my downward facing dog. Step out wide, open twist. Let's go one more each side. Strong through the arms when you step back. And that'll be our full movement. Let's step or hop forward. Inhale, slowly roll it up through center. Excellent. Okay, let me go over the movements real quickly. Hopefully this mic stays. Our first one is a squat jump. So we're doing a wide hop and then sinking down into a squat position. I'm choosing to do the closed stance squat. If you prefer, you can hop here and go wide stance. Just depends on what kind of squat you want to focus on. So I'm going to squat close to midline and then hop to the outside. The other version would be squat, hop to inside here. So choose which one you want to stick with. And then we're going into our abs. So I'm just coming down to the mat. And I'm going to focus on deep core belly, squeezing everything in. My legs are going wide and then squeezing together. Palms up if you can handle it. If not, you can do hands underneath the thigh for a little support if your hip flexors aren't ready for this, or your fingertips out to the side here. I might change that one up a little bit just so that we're not doing 4 rounds of just that one, but we'll see when we get into it. Next one is a fun one. You're doing a warrior 3 into a bound. So I'm going to plant my left foot down, my front foot. My back leg is going to extend. I want to use my hamstring and my butt muscle to extend. So here, I'm using my butt muscle, my hamstring to hold, my core to stay tight. Also, I'm not opening up. If you can watch my hips here, as I extend, I'm hinging. So I'm coming straight forward in the upper body. This hamstring is getting a lot of work. So staying really strong, really active, kick back, and then take your time to come through center, and if you want, you can add a little hop. So I'm extending, trying to stay squared, center, hop. If you feel like, okay, my balance has got it, you can just hop all the way through. This is going to be a lot on this planted leg, a lot on the foot, the ankle, so if you need more warm-up, do a set of jumping jacks or something to make sure the ankles are ready for that. Quick feet to sprawl. Going wide stance, quick feet for cardio. When you sprawl, it's going down into a plank, but it's a high plank. So I quick feet, I tap back and explode back forward. We're looking for explosive movement here, fast twitch muscle. We're not stopping in our plank. You're exploding straight back forward into your quick feet. You see me from the side, I'm doing quick feet. I tap down, come right back. I'm gonna slow it down here. Notice I just tap and bring it forward. My hips are not dropping below my shoulder. I am not sinking here. It's a simple tap and pull back forward. My abs are working the whole time. So if you feel your abs release, you will crunch into your back. It's not a safe movement. Keep your hips high, keep your core crunched in. The last one is gonna be a push-up to plank. So we're just doing, I always do knee down push-up. Feel free to do a regular push-up, and then when I go to my side plank, I lift my knees off the floor and go to my side plank. I'll show you from the side. I go through my push-up, then I lift my knees, then I do my side plank. When you're doing your push-up, obviously it's arms, activate your core, but also when you're going into your side plank, it's a lot of side body action. So squeeze and lift, lock into the lat, make sure the chest is staying nice and open. Okay, that's our 5 exercises. My timer did click off, so let me see if I can get it back on there. Let's cross our fingers here. Yes, let's see. I had to reset it. We've got 5 seconds. I'm gonna put it back up here. I think it'll be a reverse time for you, but whatever. Okay, first one is our squat jump. I'm meeting at center and tapping out wide. Remember, if you want the other one, you're gonna squat with your wide stance and you'll tap when the feet go towards midline. But either way, just depends on which one you're looking for. You're still working the legs and the glutes. Try not to let the weight shift forward here. So if you feel like, oh, your toes are really heavy, you're leaning in towards the knees, lift the heart. When you sink down, push the weight back to the booty instead. Whew, I am so sore. This feels good, but it's also immediately painful. 1. Shake it out. We have 20 seconds until ab work. So I'm going to start at this seated, core tight. Lift up your butt if you have a sensitive tailbone like me. Don't lift up my butt, so as I lean back, my butt muscle's protecting my tailbone. Almost there. 3 seconds. Already core's active. I'm going to take my hands to my tailbone, actually. Walk into your core. Oh no, I'm struggling to get started. Here we go. Maybe TMI, but I did a lot of core work yesterday in the gym and totally tore my tailbone up. So being a little bit careful here. Trying not to do the same thing. I did do it without a mat. Today I have a mat, so that was my bad. Oh yeah, hip flexors. Find your core. If you feel like, oh, my back muscles are working, you're not accessing your core muscles enough. So squeeze into your abdominals. Are we there yet? 2, 1. Oh, I didn't realize how sore my body was. Okay, we're moving on. I'm going to begin with my left foot forward, so my right leg will be kicking back. And I'm going to take a pretty steady pace for this first one, because I'm not sure what 40 seconds on one leg with that bounding is going to feel like. So we'll start out nice and slow. Left foot down, focus this core, backside glute, bound all the way up. Stability work. This one is hard. It's muscle work, but it's really a lot of stability, a lot of deep core into the back muscles. So I want focus on this one. If you're falling all over the place, Use your hands to help stabilize. You can even grab onto a chair, put your hand on a wall, a small child, whatever you don't mess up, Chi. Keep it together. Almost there. Oh yeah, I feel my calf, my low calf working. Check in with your hips. Try to keep them squared. Hiya, hiya. That one got me excited. Okay, so we got to remember left side. Next time it's our right side forward. We're moving on to quick feet. The cardio is already up, but we need a quick cardio burst here. 5 seconds. We're looking for sprinting. We're looking for explosive hops back up. Hips stay higher than the shoulders the whole time. Abs in, pop it down. And just every few seconds, go back into a sprawl. Doesn't have to be anything seriously timed. We're just moving the whole time. Light on the feet. Don't let that jiggle stop. Remember, we're not stopping in plank. You're keeping the explosive action forward. My legs are burning. Oh, it's hard to keep up that quick feet. I feel like we're almost there. 3, nope. 2, here we go. Last sprawl. Hi, push-ups. Moving on. Ooh, is this only round 1? This cardio is getting me. It's been a while since I've done a HIIT class. 5 seconds, push up. Remember, if your knees are down, you bring them up before you extend to your side plank. Let's go. Abdominal muscles in. When you go to your side plank, feel the bottom side core. Feel the lat of that bottom side shoulder. You want the shoulders externally rotating here to keep the scap in place, so there's no crunching forward to the front of the shoulder. If you want to add on, you can also extend through the top leg. That's going to add more stability work. Keep the core tight. If you're working on balancing, slow it down. You can also plant the top foot if you need to on the mat into a wider stance like that. Guess I should have mentioned that before. But if you see my feet here, instead of coming here to a side plank, you can always extend out a little wider for a wider base. Okay, so that was our 5 exercises. We have 5 seconds till we're starting again. Push pause if you need a longer break. Come back within 1 minute. If you're staying with me, we're going squat jumps. Let's go. Glutes are active. I feel more glute work this time. Now my body's warmed up and it's ready to work a little harder. Round 1 is always painful to get through. Trying to get everything awake, ready, and active. You also, since we're doing 4 rounds of this exercise, can switch it up. You can do the narrow squat for 2 and the wide squat for 2 if you'd like. I'm looking for more muscle burnout, so I'm going to stick with all 4 rounds of the same exercise. Hi! Whew. That was rough. Okay, on that last one, I felt a lot of hip flexor, and I'd like a little more core this time, so I'm going to work on planting back and extending my legs forward. So if you want to continue with that hip flexor work, you go toes together, knees wide, scissoring back and forth. This time I'm going to go ahead and do abs in, straight legs push through. Now I hope you can see that my shoulders are also moving front to back. So if you see me from the side here, keeping my core tight as I lean, I'm getting a deeper crunch. Hard to talk while squeezing abdominal muscles. You can also point or flex the feet here. It hits different parts of the abdominal muscles. I'm feeling this right up through midline of my core. 10 seconds, I'm going to try to lean back a little farther. Don't open up the rib cage as you lean. Make sure it stays closed. If you do start opening up the ribs, don't go so far. You want to always make sure this is not expanding, but pulling toward the core. Okay, we're bounding on the right side this time. So right leg stays planted, left side goes back. Remember, if you're working on stability, you're slowing this movement down. If you need something, grab something. Core's locked into place. Kick back, hips are squared. Take it up to a bound. Ooh, this leg is a little bit wobblier. A little bit more wobbly than the other side for me. And that's normal. You tend to have one side that is a little bit different than the other, which is why I love single leg work, because you're not only getting equal exercise on both sides, but you can kind of see where you're off. We have little discrepancies. Oh my gosh, this side is definitely a challenge. Really got to use my drishti here. 3, nope, there we go. I try every time to be right on with it. Okay, back to our quick feet. This is explosive cardio. 10 seconds. Catch your breath on these little short breaks. Very short. They seem super short today. Let's go. Pop the feet. Sprawl back. I'm gonna get a little bit more quick feet action in here. I feel like I was going too fast on that last one. You want that shake, you want that jiggle, but those deep belly muscles, deep hip muscles are working. Feet are active, calves are active. Feels like a little jog. Perfect. Feels like a little jog without having to go outside in the 100 and something degree weather. I'm in Northern California, if anyone was wondering, where it's very hot in summer. I can get one more in. Nice. Moving on to push-ups to finish our second round. Whew. Taking it down. From the first round, you saw that I was alternating. If you feel like you want more specific work on the side body, you can stay on one side as well. So instead of alternating right to left side plank, you would just continue to go to only the right side or only the left side. It's going to be more focused work. I'm pretty good with my arm muscles. I don't need more focused work on them today, so I'm going to keep alternating. I am going to try to get my top leg up a little higher, maybe access more glute muscle, trying to get the foot up above the hip line. Remember, these bigger moves are challenging. If you're not there yet, don't feel bad. You have to build that foundational strength first. I've been doing these moves for, I don't know, at least 13 to 15 years, somewhere around there. So just make sure that you're not comparing yourself to me. You're not trying to keep up with me. You're trying to keep up with where you're at. Okay, we're going to just a few. We're on to round 3. Push pause if you need to, otherwise, let's go. Squat, explode up. So I was just starting, got a little excited, I pushed straight to my knee joints. I gotta refocus, push to my heels, make sure my feet are active and working down, push back to my glute muscles. Not saying it's not working my quads too, you just don't want direct pressure straight to the knees here. Sink back like you were sitting in a chair, and you can't let your heels go back any farther, just your butt goes back. Almost there. Squeeze at the bottom. I hope you have some mirror, something you can use, just to make sure that you're seeing that those knees are not folding in. So if at all possible to do at least one round in front of a mirror, check that out, try to do that. Check in with the alignment of the body. Back to our ab work. I'm gonna stick with those leg extensions. That felt pretty good last time. Felt like my six-pack muscles were getting active. I'm gonna stay right here. Maybe try to hold that lean back a little farther this time. All deep stability. Don't open the core. Keep it squeezing the entire time. You're holding a hollow, you're squeezing knee to chest. Hi. When I get real crazy, you can go double leg. I don't think I'm there today. I think I gotta stick with the single. I wanna make sure I'm focusing on the ab muscle and not to the low back. Oh my goodness. I'll do 2 for the last one. Hiya. Okay, moving on to our single leg warrior 3 bounds. Now you've done each one, we've done one on each leg. If your stability is good, if you didn't struggle, you weren't falling all over the place, now's the time to pick up the pace. So this is my stronger leg. I'm gonna plant, lock into the core, kick forward, explode up. I'm trying to move a little quicker. Maybe I shouldn't because I'm already falling over, but I'm still working on the balancing technique. I'm still focused on the deep abdominals, long back muscles, glute into core, Keep everything connected and active. Hiya. I definitely feel my calf burning out a little bit. Open up the toes, use the balls of the feet. Squeeze. We're getting a lot of really good cross body muscle action here. 2, 1. Hi. That was a calf burner. That one feels like if you're taking a jog on your toes, if you're a jogger and you do that kind of training, that's what that move just felt like. Okay, moving on to quick feet. Here's our cardio burst. Let's go. Hiya. Don't drop your hips. Keep them high. Keeping the hands really suctioned to the floor. My hands are helping my upper core activate. So I'm really gripping with my hands like spider fingers so that when I kick back, my upper core is staying really strong and I'm getting a better crunch there. Keep the feet wide. Don't let them go in. Pop, 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 pop. We're so close. This is round 3. Your heart rate's not up yet. You're not working hard enough. One more. Okay. Back to our push-ups. 10 seconds. Work with what you need to here. If you want to challenge yourself, you can slow down and add the leg lift. That's another good option. Just remember, I'd rather you not be falling. I'd rather you be staying active. Hi. And using your core. Also, our muscles are getting tired now, so we may need to slow it down or drop to a less balancing version. I can feel my head is starting to hang. I'm getting a little lazy. I want to bring my head up level with my shoulders. We never want our head hanging down here when we're doing work. Keep the neck muscles active. Keep the head in line with the shoulders so we have one nice long line through the spine. Finishing the side. Coming back through center. We have one more full round. If you need that break, take it. Don't take longer than a minute. Or just take a few deep breaths. 5 seconds. We only have 5 minutes till the end of this workout. I am sweating. Let's go. Push back into your squat. Explode wide. Or vice versa. Whichever one you're doing. This is your last time to get whatever you can out of this 5-minute workout. Try to be a little bit more active on the way up. This is a new one for me. I'm jumping into a star and staying really strong, really taut in my body. It's actually really damn hard. Few more. Keep the core tight. Finish strong. 1. Hi. That was fun. And the last one I was doing kind of a star jump. Felt a little bit different. Felt more active. Brought it to a whole new level, which is what we're looking for by round 4. Ab work, 5 seconds. Finish strong on this one. I'm going to try to go the double. Let's see if I can hang with it. Squeeze. Don't lose the core. Remember, you can always take your legs higher too, here. I don't know if that's less work in a double leg, but for sure a single leg, it'll feel like a little less work. Keep the feet active, don't lose the chi. Squeeze those abdominals together. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit if I can. It's burning. 2, 1, holy hip flexor area. We're gonna need some stretching after this. Okay, we're going on to our last warrior 3 to bound. So I'm now on my right leg, which is my wobbly leg. Since it's my more wobbly leg, I might not be able to move as fast, but I want to make sure I get equivalent work on this side. So I'd rather slow down and do the work than hop all over the place. So same thing for you. Make sure you're getting equivalent work. Oh, you're falling over. I love when I tell you guys not to do something and then I do it. I think it's my brain. As I say it, my brain goes, oh, do that? Pretty sure. Happens all the time. We're almost there. No, we're not. We got 10 seconds left. My calf's on fire. This morning I told myself, gosh, the worst thing that could happen is you could drop an egg on your carpet. Literally, not even 2 seconds later, I accidentally dropped an egg on my carpet. Brain, it's a magic thing. The brain leads the body. We got quick feet, which is why mentally, we're gonna choose to be strong right now and finish off these last 2 minutes. 3 seconds. We can push through this cardio burst. Let's go. Focus. Feel it in your core. Spider grippy fingers. Light popping on those toes. Balls of the feet are active. I'm feeling these deep little belly crunches as I'm doing those little feet pops. I gotta pick up the pace. No more talking. I'm losing it. My feet are giving out. Can I hit one more? Boom. Okay, we got just push-ups and we're done. 10 seconds, take a deep breath. Take it to the mat. Last chance for these push-ups. Give it to me. Let's go. Active leg lift. Head in line with shoulders. Front body and back body is equally working. No collapsing in the chest. No collapsing in the back. Oh, I was letting my head hang. Gotta reactivate the back muscles. Think about squeezing the scaps together when you go down, pressing the scaps away as you lift. We probably got a few more. Oh yeah. One more push up. Beautiful. As always, it was so much harder than I expected it to be. So much harder than I planned it to be. But I'm happy every time. Okay, guys. That was a great about 25-minute workout. Definitely do a little stretch, bring the heart rate down. I suggest just to keep the body moving a little bit, add some nice flowy, stretchy movements. I'm gonna leave you to it. Feel free to hop onto the yin section, find a little restorative or stretchy class, or just go for a little walk, a long stride walk to stretch out the hips. That was fun. Really glad I got to film again. And here it's wrapping up. End of summer, we're moving into August, so I'll be back to more regular filming because I need it. That felt crazy hard today. I'll see you next time on the House of Chi.